Dairy is a product of animal abuse. That fact is unavoidable. Watch this video to get the full picture. The industrial production of dairy necessitates the artificial insemination of cows. In other words, the forced impregnation of cows by humans. After a 9-month pregnancy, the mother cow will have her child taken away from her shortly after birth. Cows are fiercely maternal beings, and the separation of calf from mother causes the same kind of psychological distress it would cause to a human mother having her baby taken away. The calf that is taken will face one of two fates depending on if they have been born male or female. If born male, they are normally killed right then and there as infants. They cannot produce milk, and there's not always a large veal market, so this is done to save costs of raising them. Around 90,000 male dairy calves are killed shortly after birth each year in the UK, and those that aren't are simply killed several months later for their flesh once they've reached a marketable weight. If the calf is born female, she will be isolated from her mother and raised to later join the dairy herd. In her infancy, she will likely be subjected to painful procedures to prevent the horns on her head from growing. A common method involves forcing a hot metal rod into the budding horns that burns the area so badly that the horns will simply never grow through. This is done without the use of any anesthetic. Shifting our focus back to the mother cow, who will now be lactating for her calf. Due to selective breeding by farmers, dairy cows today produce significantly more milk than is even close to what would be considered natural. As her baby is not feeding from her, and her milk production is so unnaturally high, she needs to be heavily milked by machines up to 4 times daily. This intensive milk production, along with the use of machinery, results in over half of dairy cows suffering from painful mastitis of the udder at one point or another, leading to blood and pus finding its way into the milk being pumped. The mother cow will be forcefully impregnated and taken through this cycle from the moment she reaches reproductive maturity until her death. She will likely spend much of each year tied up inside, unless she is factory farmed, in which case it may be all year. She will carry a child for 9 months only to have it stolen at birth every year of her adult life. Due to the psychological toll this takes, as well as the monumental physical toll of continued pregnancy and a naturally high milk production, she will likely collapse after 4 to 7 years of this cycle. At this point, she is what the dairy industry often refers to as a downer, and she will be sent on the next truck to the slaughterhouse. I would ask you to keep in mind that a cow's natural lifespan is 20 to 25 years. At the slaughterhouse, she will have her throat slit by an undoubtedly miserable slaughterman, and she will bleed to death like the millions of other cows used and abused for meat and dairy each year. I hope this brief yet accurate description of how dairy products are produced is enough to make you swear off the stuff for life. Fortunately, this doesn't even have to mean giving anything up, as there are alternatives to every single dairy product on the market, including milk, cream, butter, ice cream, chocolate, yogurts, and cheese. In many cases, these products look and taste identical or sometimes even better than the dairy version. You will likely see advertisements promoting the health and environmental benefits of dairy products produced by local farmers. This is marketing that I hope you're smart enough to see through. Milk and other dairy products are one of the worst things to consume health-wise. High in fat, containing cholesterol, and also full of mammalian hormones that can damage the human body. Dairy products are also one of the worst foods to produce from an environmental standpoint, requiring insane inputs of land and resources to produce a comparatively small amount of food that isn't even healthy to begin with. So really, there's no good reason to consume dairy, especially if you're against animal abuse. If you still have any doubt though, just ask yourself this one simple question. Am I a baby cow? If you're not, then you shouldn't be eating like one.